Welcome to dinner at the Round Table Podcast with DJ John Tovar, Nelly Nell, Chris Ryder, your source to knowledge. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
I made lasagna,
dinner at the Round Table.
I think you should have came out all right.
I am DJ John Tovar. Chris Ryder. We are dinner at the Round Table Podcast, your source to knowledge. We got a special guest, Nelly Nell.
You already know, man.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, man, we got my boy Andy Mendes in the house. Mr. Burns, the shoe doctor, man.
Doctor.
At the Round Table.
Welcome.
This is my bro right
here.
Man.
Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having me on, fellas.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man.
For sure, man. Well, we got the ultimate shoe doctor here, right here, man. This guy can turn whatever shoe or sneaker you got is definitely dead, can turn back into life, basically. I can attest to it. I just recently had a pair of Jordans. Those are the 13s, right? The ones that I gave you?
Yep, they're right here.
They right there. He got it. You see? Look.
Yeah.
Right here.
Them shits look brand new. Like I thought.
Yo, Andy, tell them how crazy those shits look.
Yo, these shits look beat, man. They had stains. It looked like it was never going to come out. But, you know, I have faith in these.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you. I told Andy, I was like, yo, dude, these shits are pretty bad, man. You think you can work with canvas? He's like, of course I can. You already know, man. I wasn't doubting you, but I knew you had it in you, bro.
Yo, them sneakers look like they just fresh.
Like brand new.
Yo, listen, man, listen. I've done worse, man. People bring me their sneakers all the time, and they be like, yo, I don't think you can revive these right there, man. And, you know, it becomes fun for me, man. This shit is, you know, at the end of the day, it's a stress releaser, you know, but I enjoy doing what I do, bro.
Got you.
Sure, man, for sure, man. It's definitely an art form, man, because the fact that you're so detailed and you take your time with every pair of sneakers and you knock out every little inch of dirtiness and whatever shading it has, color, discoloration and everything. It's remarkable the work that he does. If you follow, if you check out Mr. Burns, the shoe doctor, on Instagram.com, you'll check out like all his different type of like work that he's done, bro. And it's like it's insane, man. It's insane. Like I've seen stuff, man, like especially like those white leather sneakers you be fixing. Those shits are hard as fuck to fix because they're white. Yeah,
that's true. I think the hardest shoe I ever had to do was it was a Christian Dior sneaker. It was a running sneaker. Everybody has them, but yo, them shits. I mean, to take out the dirt was kind of fucking hard because of the material. Yeah, but you know, I finessed it. I ended up learning how to remove that from that type of shoe because you got to remember, sneakers, certain sneakers like foreign sneakers, sports sneakers, they have different materials, so to say. To me, it's all the same shit. But you know, you got you. As I go, I learn different shit every day. As I do a different shoe, whether it's a boot, whether it's a foreign shoe, or whether, like I said, whether it's a Jordan, I learn something new every day off the sneaker itself.
Okay, dope, man.
But how long does it take you to do that, though?
What happened?
How long does it take you to do that? Or it depends on the material, though, right?
No, not really. Not on the material. Not so much as the material on the upper of the shoe. Is when people want the bottom deoxidized, that can take up anywhere to 5 sessions or 10 sessions, depending on how deep the yellow is into the gum bottom. Like, you see this?
Okay, I see.
All right. So these are a little yellow because these are being done already. They were much darker than this. But I'm doing another pair so you can see the difference.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That gum bottom is hard to get, man.
Yo.
Yeah. And you know, I learned this. And you know why I learned this, man? Because, you know, guys like me and you from back in the days, you know, we was buying sneakers and they were turning yellow. We didn't know the technology on how to remove the yellowness. So we would throw them out or give them to our tias to send them to DR. You feel me? Yeah. So I started studying, like, let me figure out how to do this. The minute I started doing this and I started, you know, showing off my work, a lot of people started hitting me up for every little, listen, I got this type of Jordan. You think you can remove this from the bottom? Yeah, I got you.
And talking about the yellowness, the worst ones, I think, were the North Carolina Jordans, bro, to get out that yellow. You know, the baby blue ones?
Yeah.
Hot as fuck. Those shits would get yellow like in 2 or 3 months, bro. The patent leather ones, right? Those are hard to get off, man. And
yo, listen, man. I had a kid that brought me a pair just to see, because he had 2 pairs of them. So when I did those, he was amazed. He was so stuck on those, he brought me the other pair. And the other pair looked even worse than that one. I'm talking about to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm about to give these back. But then as I started working them, I started realizing like, oh, okay, they're going right back to back to its, dead stock look. But
yeah, dead stock look for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, look, man, at the end of the day, man, I love what I do, man. And I love when people post, basically when I finish their sneakers and all that. And again, like I said, I love what I do, and think about it. It's a money saver.
Yes.
Instead of going into your closet and grabbing a bunch of sneakers and throwing them in a bag and, throwing them out, or like I said, sending them to DR to your family, why not? Why not revive them? Because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, you look into your closet, we all got certain gems. You feel me? Yeah. We got sneakers we don't want to throw out, bro. You feel me? So we like, yo, hold on, let me go see what he can do.
Exactly. And so let's get a little bit into who is the shoe doctor? How did you get started?
All right, so
let the listeners and our viewers know, I know where you're from. I want my co-host and anybody who's listening in, us right now, to know what time it is with you, brother.
Well, you already know, just a simple kid from Washington Heights trying to make it out, just like every other simple kid in the hood. This is how I came about this. I had went for a job interview for a maintenance company downtown. Okay. I got the job and everything, but it was one of those jobs where you had to call in to see if there was work. So every day, 5:30 in the morning, I would get up to call this kid, and every day was no work. Yo, I just got tired, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do what I do. And I started figuring out what is it that I love more to do, and I started realizing yo, listen, I collect sneakers. I like to keep my sneakers clean. So then I started focusing on it. I started studying these dudes. Yo, these dudes are beasts from Raleigh Restorations, man. These dudes, amazing work. And I started learning from them a lot. And I started picking up, using my own tricks, their tricks. So I started putting everything all into one. So, again, I ended up mastering the craft of bringing back the sneakers back to life, And it was just step by step, learning how to paint, little touch-ups here, learning how to re-glue, learning how to, maintain the leather to make sure that nothing goes wrong with the leather. And, there's a lot to it. A lot of people think that this is easy. You probably see my Instagrams, man,
Yeah.
Sometimes I do get annoyed with it. But at the same time, it motivates me to finish the sneaker faster.
Yes.
Or at least try, because of the process of whatever shoe they bring me. And, I get it. Sometimes they see my work when I'm posting and they get hyped and they're like, yo, I hope my sneakers look like that. Let me call them and see if my sneakers are done. And I get it, but again, like I said, I love my craft, man. I love the fact that I just woke up one day and decided just to work for myself and was like, yo, I got this.
Yeah, man. The entrepreneurship spirit, bro, that's what it is, man. Sometimes you gotta, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, what am I good at? And just knock it out and start doing something that works for you. You know what I'm saying? For what you want to do, something that you're passionate about. And I'm definitely proud of you for doing that, bro. You said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I love, what I'm passionate about. You're a sneaker aficionado, might as well just get into it and just make a business out of it. That's great, bro. I'm definitely proud of you.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because ever since I started, I've met a lot of amazing people through this, man. Mm. And it's funny, I started doing this and I started realizing who's really into the sneaker game. Yo, there's a lot of people in our neighborhood that are really deep into this, man.
Oh my God.
Yo, you got people raffling sneakers off. You got people selling sneakers. You got people opening stores on their own because they, the money that they were making off of this. And yo, like I said, I met all these people. You feel me? These are all the right people I needed to meet, you know? And it's funny because these are people that I grew up just walking and bypassing. We'll say what's up to each other, but it was never no
Kevin, like Kevin, the raffle dude. He's from the fifth. He was the sneaker. There's a sneaker culture, like a group of people that actually are involved in the whole aficionado part of it. They live by that. I know a lot.
imagine now, yo, the sneaker game it's in the billions now. That reselling shit, that shit is in the billions now. So think about it. You got a bunch of dudes standing online to buy 10 pairs of sneakers at $100 to go sell them again for $1,200. You feel me? And they're making this shit, and they're making it. Yo, that's the craziness about it.
Yeah, primarily with the Jordans and the Yeezys, the Jordan, the Yeezys. I would say, I mean, in your opinion, since you're the sneaker expert, I mean, I know because I'm in the culture and where I grew up in the Heights, where we grew up in the Heights, you know, we get money. That's what we do. We get money and we floss. We floss up here, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I know me growing up, the Jordans were prime number one. Jordans were number one always. If you ain't had no J's, you weren't popping. Now the Yeezys recently, in the recent years, have also gotten that status of
they like that Yeezy movement, man. That shit is really up there with the Jordan movement, man. Yeah, and it's crazy because, yo, it's really hard to get your hands on some Yeezys, man, unless you know somebody. That's the crazy part, man. Yeah. And then when you and it's crazy because when you see people with Yeezys, it's like, damn, you got those? How did you get those?
Yeah,
you feel me? But I'm gonna put you on to something, man. A lot of sneakers that sell out, it's not necessarily people buying them. It be bots. These people buy bots and they start tracking all these stores that have this certain amount of sneakers, and they just start buying by bulks.
Oh,
you feel me? So that's why it makes it harder for me and you to get them. You feel me?
I see.
Wow.
Because there's people making a profit out of it. They're reselling it.
Yeah, exactly.
They know they're gonna be hard to get, so they make a profit out of it. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely, man. I seen prices, bro, on J's.
$500, $600.
Even a stack, 2 stacks, easily.
That's nothing, bro. Look at the Christian Dior Jordan 1s. Those are 2 stacks, bro.
Wow, that's insane.
Now, if you want to talk more money, there's a pair of Jordan 4s that's worth $40,000.
Damn.
And that's how, and they have them in the store at $40,000.
That's insane.
It was game one.
What happened?
The game one or just regular Jordans?
I believe they belong to Eminem. I think he did a collaboration with them, so the shoe was worth about 40 grand.
What about game one Jordans?
Wow.
Like which ones?
Like game one, like the actual game one.
The game ones, those are always auctioned off.
Auctioned off like a private.
Yeah. So you got to bid on those. So the starting bid is probably gonna be like at least.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Or you have some like crazy Jordan fan. He has them in his crib in a glass container and shit. Each time his friends come over, this is the one he wore when he scored 55 points.
Like yo, it's like that, yo.
Yeah, that ass.
They got
this is the one that he wore when he was sick. Yo, I need these.
Crazy. Same.
That's crazy.
But it's crazy, yo. It's like I said, man. Ever since I got into this, man, it was just I started realizing like how deep the sneaker game is, man. It's addictive.
It is addictive.
It's crazy.
Sneakers
man.
too, like throwback sneakers, like the CB4s that are popping too, the Ken Griffey Juniors. I got the CB4. I'm gonna show you what I got. I'm gonna be right back, guys.
I'll
bring my shit out, B.
Yo, it's crazy that because you're talking about like how you learn the tricks of the trade, and I don't know if you've listened to the show before, and Jay probably start laughing in about 2 seconds, but I'm a butcher.
Yeah.
But when you said that you took the time out to learn your craft and you learn from other people, whenever I have new people come in to work with me, I tell them you're gonna learn 7 ways to do one thing.
Yep.
7 ways. I'm gonna tell you how to do what works for me, what works for somebody else. And then what you do is you take all the knowledge that you've learned from different avenues, and then you incorporate it into what works for you. And then that's how you become a master of your craft within you, because you master what works for you. And once you learn that shit is just
right.
Yeah, it's true. Nah, yeah, but that's how you're supposed to do it. I mean, you can't just walk into something thinking that you know it offhand, I've seen dudes that just walked into doing this, you feel me? And they destroyed sneakers.
Damn.
I mean, destroyed to the max. I'm talking about thick ass paint on top of paint on top of paint, like if they was painting a wall and using crazy glue to re-glue the bottom of the sneaker.
Crazy glue?
Yo, crazy glue, bro. Like, yo, it's not even the same thing, man. You're destroying someone's sneaker. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy,
putting that Gorilla
man.
Glue on it, huh?
That's crazy.
Yo, you don't come on. It's like for that, just put some gum in the bottom so it can hold it together.
Oh my god, put some chicle on that shit, bro.
For real, yo.
Man. Yeah, man.
So I got the CB4s right here, baby. Look, these are hard.
I got those too, man. I got those too, man.
Yeah, those, man.
These are the original shits too. These ain't the
new ones that just came out.
Yo, I've seen dudes 20 years in the game. I've shook my head and walked away. Like, nah. 20 years. That's a long time. I'm like, yo, you trash, bro. Like,
these are the retros, the second ones.
Very rare. I can look at somebody and say, all right, I'm gonna learn from you.
Yeah,
because it's you learn to pick up different tricks from different ways of doing things, different shops, different ways. Because even within the butcher community, it's like different like levels to this shit. Like you got artisans. I'm an artisan, and you got like craft, which is like the highest level. Then you have artisan, like, and then you have like supermarket, which is like trash. But there's levels to that shit.
You got the bodega.
Bodega is supermarket. That's low level shit. But the way from what I've seen from your Instagram is that you're top notch in that shit. Because I actually got a question for you, man. That when we get through to the show at the end, I'm gonna ask you though, because I might have a repair I might ask you to do for me.
All right, bet, cool. So
for sure, man. Definitely get in contact with him, man. There's no repair that the shoe doctor can't handle. That's all.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. I know a couple of dudes, man, that I started that they started following me. I started following them. Yo, these are some real cool dudes, and they do the same thing I do. And these dudes are beasts. Yeah. And I'm talking about these dudes are from Texas. Dudes are from Cali. I know there's one dude from out here. He's from Brooklyn. That's my man, Cole Customs. Check him out, man. He's a good dude. He's real good at what he does as well, man. And yo, these dudes put their heart into this.
No, for sure, man. For sure. Definitely a great art form, man. I definitely believe in it, hard body. Andy, what would you say? And this is gonna be probably a hard question for you to answer. What's your number one most favorite sneaker in the world, bro? Like one that you had to pick. The brand.
It's crazy. People put me on blast with that, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Shit, man. Yo, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what's my favorite Jordan, man? The Jordan 4s, man.
Ooh, the 4s.
Yeah.
Yes.
The black 4s, man.
And then my second will be the Jordan 3s.
All right.
I think the most comfortable ones is the 8s, bro. I feel like when you wear them shits is like walking on pillows, bro. Like,
shit's got cushion and they got mad cushion inside.
Pillows.
Yeah, but the only thing is shit get a little hot though on your feet, man, because they kind of heavy too though.
Yeah, they're real thick inside.
Yeah, but they're like that shit is like the most comfortable, like one of the most comfortable Jordans to me was the 8s. Just like on pillows.
Personally, to me, the 3 honestly is the most comfortable shoe.
Yeah. For me, the Jordan, the J3s for me is the most comfortable too. My favorite sneaker, we're gonna go. All the co-hosts are gonna go buy this too. My favorite sneaker, I would say, was the Ken Griffey's, man. Those were my favorite sneakers.
Yeah. But which ones though, man?
The first joints. I forgot
the joints with the strap.
Yeah. Okay. They had like that. Had the Seattle Mariners color. Those.
Yeah.
My favorite ones, bro. It's the favorite ones.
I mean, that's everybody's top favorite Ken Griffey sneaker.
Yeah.
Yo, I found them shits in the Nike outlet store one time.
Word?
Yep.
The classic ones. Yeah, but they were a little uncomfortable for me personally, but
they narrow in the front. They too narrow in the front.
Yeah, but I found them shits one time. I went in and I'm like, yo, those are classic Griffey's. I had to get them, but I ended up taking them back because they were uncomfortable. But yeah, those were always fire.
How about you, John Tavar? What's your favorite sneaker?
I mean, listen, first of all, I only had one pair of Jordan ever in my life. I forgot what number was it. You know what I'm saying? When you guys talk about numbers, I'm lost.
I'm part of the sneaker culture. Get out of here.
You
Get
know,
out of here.
yes. I mean,
You don't belong to the club.
What happened?
You don't belong in the club.
Yeah, I guess I don't, man. But yeah, I have one pair of Jordan. And I have one pair of the Jumpmans. I don't think you consider that as actually Jordans, but my favorite ones that really stood out to me when they first came out, and I'm like, yo, this is dope, was the pennies. The penny hard.
Yo,
The phone
The
posits.
phone ones, yeah, the blue ones. Oh my god.
And that's what I'm doing. The one with the Nike gel.
yes.
Yeah.
That was like when that came out, I was like, wow, these niggas are dope.
Nah, he took the sneaker game to a different level with that shoe.
Yeah. To this day, like, I mean, it's crazy.
It's like people, there was people that used to ignore those sneakers, and it's crazy. Today, now people are like, yo, I wish I would have bought them.
Yep.
That's the crazy part.
Yep. That's very true.
Listen, man, he's talking about favorite sneakers. Yo, Nelson, you talking about favorite sneakers, right? A lot of people see me with Jordans, and they feel like I got that in my collection, that it's all in my collection. But yo, let me tell you, son, my favorite sneaker all time is the Kevin Johnson's Converse React Juice. I don't know if y'all remember those, but yo, listen, my mom had bought me those sneakers, man, and I was so in love with those sneakers, I would never take them joints off. And to this day, I have not let go of that memory, man.
Still got them joints.
Yo, I'll be wishing Converse retro those, man.
Oh man, the Grandma Miles, baby. You know what I'm saying? No, the Grandma Miles was popping too, but the Kevin Johnson's from Phoenix, man.
His own sneaker thing, his own sneaker line. I mean,
yeah, man.
Yeah, those was nasty, man. I wish they repeat those, man.
Yeah, man.
Wow, man.
I mean, overall, I would say my favorite sneakers, brand-wise, are the Nikes. Those are the. I mean, not because they're the most popular. I just feel like Nike has a different flow to like the way they fit on your feet, and the Dunks, particularly the Dunks and the Uptowns. I love them.
Yo, the Dunks, man. Yo, it's crazy. Back in the day, a lot of people wasn't feeling the Dunks. Remember that when they first came out?
Yeah, remember.
There were certain people that liked the Dunks, but there were just certain people that weren't. They were so stubborn with the Jordans and the Air Force Ones that everybody bypassed them. Yo, today, those Dunks, man, for you to get them, bro, is either, again, you gotta get online to get them, or if not, you're definitely gonna pay like $3 for them.
Yeah, they definitely came up, the Dunks.
Yo, they came out crazy. Yo, I'm like, damn, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about like people who actually revolutionized the sneaker game. Go ahead.
I'm just real quick. My favorite pair, Jordan 8s, but the most comfortable to me are the R&Ds, the Adidas joints.
Yeah.
Yo, I have 3 pairs of these, bro. I would never wear another sneaker again. These shits.
Nah, they killing it with that cloud foam, man.
Yo, yeah. and they are they're like super custom. They have like so many different pairs, and they're not that expensive either.
Yeah.
So they have like super customs. These were customs. Like I don't even think they make these anymore.
And it's crazy. Some of those are worth money too. It's crazy how certain sneakers and certain brands.
Yo, you got R&D's the most comfortable sneakers, bro. It's so like light on your feet too.
Yeah, the Huaraches are super light on your feet. I love the Huaraches. I got like 5 different pairs of Huaraches. I got 2 of the original ones, and I got 3 of the last retro ones they made.
Nah, you know what sneaker came up in the game that's very, very, very comfortable. I got like 3 pairs of them. The Puma RSX.
Oh man, those are hot. Puma,
Puma
got some shit.
The Bo Jacksons, the Bows, classic Bows.
Yeah, Puma got some shit.
Yeah, they coming out kind of hard with their models, man. And they
man.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, they got their hands in that. You got a few that are coming out. They're definitely gonna do their thing. But listen, let's talk about real quick influential, revolutionizing people who changed the sneaker game. Like I think Michael Jordan, primarily just because of all the clauses that were involved in his contract to make. Because Nike wasn't nothing when Jordan got Nike, when he got signed to Nike. There was like certain clauses. He had to be Rookie of the Year. He had to be MVP. He had to sell $4 million worth of his sneaker, and he sold $100 million, and he became a Rookie of the Year, and he was MVP.
And you know what's crazy? He on his first Jordan, on the red and black ones, he would get fined $5,000 each game he stepped on the court with those. But Nike told him, "Go ahead, we'll pay that fine. Just do what you do, just to advertise our sneaker."
Yep.
Right.
Converse was big in the NBA at that time. That was all it was Converse.
Yeah, Converse.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, Converse was the basketball shoe. That's it. It was it. That's it. There was nothing better than Converse. There was nothing better than it was the Nike of that era.
Yep. I'll tell you this was Converse is regretting that shit. They ain't give Jordan
That they didn't sign him, right?
Right.
But Jordan didn't want to be with him anyway. He didn't want to be with him.
Yeah, he wanted to do his own thing.
He wanted to do his own thing. That's one thing that he was always different than everybody else. He said, "Yo, you know what? I want to be exclusive. Like Nike only had running sneakers at that time."
Yep.
Yeah.
Because think about it. The basketball was being taken over by Converse.
Exactly.
It started all the way from Chuck Taylor's all the way to the high top sneakers now. Yeah.
And Adidas was mostly in soccer stuff.
Yeah.
They weren't still popping. So and tennis. But yeah, man, I would say to me, Michael Jordan is the most influential sneaker changer ever.
Oh, nah, he changed the face
this whole
of the
game. That's the reason why. That's the reason why we got the sneaker culture probably right now. I would say.
Yep, he's the sneaker god. That's what he is.
Yeah,
and it's crazy how he branched off to break down his own brand.
Yes.
And it's funny how his brand just exploded.
Exactly.
You know, that's crazy. He went from having Nike on the back of his shoe to his own emblem. And then from there, it was just like, wow. Now the dude is making billions off his own kicks.
It's crazy, man. It's just
really wear sneakers like that either. He doesn't really wear sneakers.
No, I don't know. He be wearing like cowboy shoes.
Yeah.
And golf sneakers. He wears golf.
Yeah, that's all he wears. You know. But,
no, I'll tell you this.
Listen. If I got a shoe out and I'm making billions off that shoe, I don't need to. I'll wear chancletas all day.
Word.
Oh.
I'm telling you, man. He probably be walking around with the Jordan chancletas all day too.
Yo, and that's crazy. That dude can put his name on anything and everybody will buy it.
Yeah, man. That's what I told people, man. Until people don't get robbed and shot for your sneakers, you're never gonna be better than Jordan. Like that whole LeBron and Jordan shit. That's like Jordan revolutionized the basketball culture, the sneaker culture, and the hip hop culture too.
And look, I believe personally, to me, his biggest sellout on his brand is Travis Scott.
Oh my God. Those are fucking insane, bro.
Yo, wow. Any Travis Scott that drops, I don't give a fuck. They can have glitter on them. People will buy them.
Yeah.
Because this collaboration is crazy. Look at the McDonald's collaboration. People went to go buy his burger, a regular quarter pounder.
Yep. He's very influential. Yep.
Very influential, bro. You're talking about Jordan is probably one of the most famous human beings that ever existed in the history of the world. It's like top. I would say probably like top 20, top 30.
Of course, man. I mean, yo, look, he elevated basketball to a whole new level, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Kobe out of him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Kobe was the next Jordan. That's it. That's hands down. Ain't nobody can say anything. He was Jordan.
Yeah, he was. Absolutely. That was my favorite player. I know that was your favorite player too. Kobe, you growing up, you know.
Yeah, my man, Jordan had a theme song, bro. He had kids walking into playgrounds singing that shit all day when they walking into the playground, trying to do the tongue shit when they playing ball. Come on, he took everything from basketball to the shoe game to a whole different level.
Whole different level, man. I think eventually the NBA logo has to switch over to the
Jordan emblem, right?
There was talk about that too, that they wanted to change the logo to that.
Yeah,
talked about that. I think it's
they always talked about it, and they never made any movements on it.
Yeah, they were like, that shit is outdated. That shit's from like the 60s. We got to put something new.
At the end of the day, the NBA, they still, you got some old rich white dudes that ain't trying to let that emblem go yet.
No, they're not.
Yeah, because I think it was Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe that they wanted to make the new logo.
Yeah, man.
And they really was trying to push it. They really tried to push it more when Kobe passed away. They really tried to push it more on that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but listen, man. I mean, I know how you feel about Kobe. I know how I feel about Kobe. I mean, there's nobody I think closer than Jordan ever. It was kind of sad what happened to him, bro. It's just like crazy.
Oh, nah, yo. I was listen, man.
Devastated.
When I heard the news about Kobe, I was devastated, yo, because I was like, damn, that's my childhood right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, and me being such a big Kobe fan, because you know, I was a Jordan fan as well. And then when I saw Kobe playing, it was like, oh shit.
He reminded he was like,
yo,
it was like the same guy. It was like the same guy over again, man.
You know what was the greatest thing about me, man? Being a Tracy McGrady fan was the trolls I used to do with the Kobe fans, because you know McGrady and Kobe, that shit they were
going at it, yeah.
They were best friends, remember?
Yeah, and they were neck and neck, like it was, and then Kobe stayed healthy and Tracy, you know, started getting hurt. Yeah. But I used to always troll Kobe fans. Way better than Kobe. He's like, what the fuck you talking about? Fuck out of here. It was always fans and Kobe fans. It was always that way.
Anybody that tried to troll me about that, this is all I had to do.
Well, now, but you know, before he got the 5, you know, it was
he was Kobe on the rise.
Yeah, it used to be heated. Like, you know, at that one time, it was Tracy and Kobe. It was nobody else.
There was a story that Tracy McGrady, after Kobe's death, he got interviewed, right? To talk about Kobe's life, whatever. He said that he remembers them being like young, you know, NBA rookies, whatever, just starting off. And that Kobe wouldn't go to sleep at night just watching Michael Jordan's highlight videos because he wanted to replicate every single thing.
He would break night watching that.
Yeah, and you know what he said to Tracy McGrady? He told him that the only way that he was gonna be, you know, ever like greater than Jordan was if he became immortal. And if you think about it, I mean, it's kind of fucked up that he passed away, but he did become immortal in a sense. And you know, he's one of the you know top 3. Top 3.
If you'd have gotten 7, then it would have been a comment.
Listen, man. And the funny thing is that the day before he died, LeBron James passed him on the all-time scoring points.
Yeah.
List, right? And when Kobe died, I was sad, but I'm like, Kobe's so competitive that he had to just. He didn't die on purpose, but he died just to take off the shine on LeBron and be like, I'm still better than you because I'm immortal now. That's how competitive he was. I'm immortal, nigga. I got you. I'll still beat you, LeBron. Yeah, I will never be forgotten.
That they told
Kobe was a man. Listen, man, that dude was a symbol, man. It's a strong symbol.
Learn from Jordan how to you know. Do you ever hear that story about when he took all the sneakers away from his teammates because they bombed the day before?
Yeah.
Like, what? All of y'all's bums. Next game, I'm taking the ball and I'm scoring all the points because all y'all give me my sneakers back, and you ain't getting them till we win the ball game. And that's how Jordan was too, man. Leadership.
Yeah, Jordan was he was very on top of his team, especially when it came to like losses. Like, I get it. You know, you got to push your team to a different level. You know, you guys got to stay on the same level when you're out there trying to bust ass, especially when you're in the playoffs or you're going for that ring. Listen, man, there's no turning back, man. Yeah. So it's either win or go home.
And it's like that.
That was his mentality. That was his mentality all the time.
Absolutely.
Jordan never played that shit. He made sure that we mentality-wise, we all got to be on the same level when we on that court.
Yeah, because his mentality was like, if we're in it for 100%. We're not gonna half-ass it. I mean, listen, man. With everything in life, when you got a team, whether it's in business or sports, or
you got to give it 100%, man.
You gotta like sometimes like us right here in the podcast, like we always pushing each other to do better. Like John Tavares sees me or Chris Ryder sees me slacking, they'll tell me something. I'll do the same thing to them. Because we're like, we in this, like, we in this for 100%. We can't half-ass it, because then we're going to ruin the brand.
Like you with the sneakers, It's
yep.
like, you saw, you was like, I got to be 100. Because then that, word of mouth is like the best advertising you could ever have, because Nelly Nell, you restored a pair of sneakers that if he walks down the street with you, people be like, yo, where'd you get those? Yo, I've been trying to find them shits forever when they come back out. And I was like, nah, man, I just had these shits in my closet. My boy, you know, Mr. Burns, he fucking fixed them up for me. Word, your man did that. Joe, I got a pair of Jordans in my crib. I need to, yo, give me his math. And
There you
all of
go.
a sudden, then you got the phone call like, yo, you
Right.
know, I heard about your boy Nell told me about, you know, you fix sneakers and I seen the joints you did for him and them shits is fire. I got some fire I want you to do too, and that's how it works, you know.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the you know, yo, advertising has changed a lot today, man. Think about it, man. Back in the days, we had to go pay for commercials to get our shit advertised.
Now
Yeah.
Now today, you go on social media and
That's it.
that's it.
Boom.
All it takes
Absolutely.
is for one person to see your shit and you start
for
passing
the
that shit out.
hashtag and that's it. You good.
It was viral.
Yep. And that's the
And that
most
was
important
another-
thing, especially on
Yeah.
social media, hashtag.
Yeah, very true, man. I mean, what do you guys think about the hip hop culture? Because hip hop definitely is a huge impact in sneaker culture. Because I remember Run DMC, they blew up Adidas.
Yeah,
They
for sure.
for what they are,
For sure.
Yeah.
but they didn't get 1 cent.
I mean, I would say the hip hop culture.
And yo, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. A lot of rappers be wearing all these brand sneakers and they don't get a penny off this shit.
Nope. Not a penny.
Unless you Travis Scott, where you sign to that to Jordan brand, you good because of course every time you model those sneakers, you're getting a penny. But how many rappers are actually out there doing collaborations? You know what I mean? They just sitting there buying the sneaker that we're buying.
Right.
You gotta be brand ambassadors. That's the way
Yeah,
to make money off of it.
exactly.
That's true, man. That's true, man. The sneaker industry is crazy, man. It's a lot to it, though, man. It's a lot to it. And again, people really, they really do that. Like they really follow the sneaker culture. They really into that. You know what I mean?
It's like its own world. It's like its own world,
yeah.
bro. It's like its
Yeah.
own world.
That's
And it's crazy, yo. People buy brand new sneakers, people buy used sneakers. As long as it's something that's worth, they still buy it. They don't care if it's used or brand new.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes when I go on eBay, man, a lot of people make a lot of money by reselling it, you know?
Yep.
Sneakers that have a limited edition where, you know, they don't sell it no more. And they make a
Yo,
great
and let me
profit.
tell you the crazy part. Certain sneakers, they be worth more money because of a certain box they're in.
Wow.
That's the crazy part. Like the Ben and Jerry SBs, if you get them in a regular box, they're probably gonna be like $25. They're gonna be worth about $2,500. If you get them with the real Ben and Jerry box that looks like the ice cream box, that's about $3,500.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's insane.
This for the box. I mean,
Yeah, just for the box. Yo, I'm telling you, the sneaker game has really changed, bro.
wow.
It's either a certain box or there's a certain detail on the shoe that makes the shoe worth money. You feel me? It's like, yo, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, like, wasn't it a pair of Jordans that came out like in a briefcase? It was like a real fancy, like
The 17s.
futuristic box. It was like ridiculous. Like
It was a briefcase.
Sneakers just cause, and those sneakers to me, I think after his last, you know, the '98, the what was it, the 16s? Every Jordan after that was trash. But
Yeah, it was down the drain. Yeah, hell yeah.
you know, but the last Jordan he wore in Chicago, when he won game 6 from those Jordans on, them shit was trash. But
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. All the way to the 14s. Anything after the 14s to me personally, was trash. I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, nah, you're crazy. Nah, this is my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, you got people out there who are sneakerheads too, and probably like, nah, you crazy.
nothing, and those were probably one of the better sneakers too. There was the 14s, right? The last one.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones. And when he came back from his first retirement, every sneaker up until he retired the second time were all fire. Like probably his best stuff that he came out with. The 11s.
But I think personally he killed the game with the patent leathers though.
Oh yeah, the patent leathers, bro.
Came out, yes.
Classic.
Yo, he destroyed the game with those sneakers, man.
Yeah, man.
That came out Easter, right?
Yeah.
The 10s he only wore for like, I think a couple games.
Yeah, a couple of games. Those were his comeback kicks.
Those were the comeback, because they were like the OD to him. Like they wanted to
Yeah.
career. And he only
But remember when he first came back, he was wearing pennies too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he was wearing pennies. He was wearing. I think it was the first pennies or the third pennies. I'm not sure, but he was wearing a set of pennies.
Wow. You know that.
They were black and gray.
Black and gray. Okay.
Yeah.
Insane.
And then after that, that's when they came with the model of the Jordan 10.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then right after then I think he from the playoffs, that's when he started rocking the patent leather joints.
Yeah, yo, when he came out with those, everybody was just like, yo, what? He got shoes on or sneakers? Nobody knew what they were.
Yo, guys, earlier we was talking about the hip hop culture. Don't forget that 50 Cent had a Reebok deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he did. So did Jay-Z.
That was a big deal, though.
But now he has the Puma deal too, right? Jay-Z has the Puma deal.
Yeah.
Now, but before he had a deal with Rockaway, who used to distribute it. Before it was Reebok, right? As well, right?
What, Rockaway?
Rockaway was by itself.
No, yeah, Rockaway was his own brand.
No, before
you
Rockaway.
You talking about the S. Carters?
The S. Carters was Nike, right?
Reebok.
Yeah, no, they were Reebok.
Reebok, exactly. Yeah, Reebok.
Because 50 Cent had the G units at the same time when he dropped the S. Carters.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, there's been a couple of rappers who have capitalized. I mean, look at Kanye West. He's
I mean, yeah, but you can't. That's not capitalizing, bro. That boy killed the game.
His own shit.
He's raping people's pockets, bro.
I mean, I'm about to say something that's probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but I just think the Yeezys are the ugliest sneakers I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, listen, bro.
I'm
listen.
sorry.
You're not the only one.
I can't drop $400 or $500 for them monstrosities. And then the last Yeezys he dropped, they look like sandals, bro. Them shits. I can't
this is not comfortable as fuck though,
bro. I can't.
Yo, listen, I never had a pair, but
I would never.
I personally,
I don't understand.
I personally don't like them.
Why? Why are they so fire for people? This is ugly as hell, bro. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna get a lot of people texting me, hit me up on Instagram like, "You fuck out of here, you talking about this trash, bro." I'm sorry, the Yeezys is trash. I don't know why they so popular. Them shits is trash. Maybe because nobody can get them. That's what you said, but they trash, bro. I'm sorry.
Now, let me tell you, I've done a lot of Yeezys, man. I've done a lot of Yeezys, and those shits is light, man. It's like having nothing on your feet.
Yeah, that's the thing.
All right,
it's like having nothing on your feet. Yo, I can't, bro.
Yeah, like.
And then if you get caught in the rain, you definitely fuck, bro.
You're done. You're done.
Your feet is soaked. It's like walking with a sock of rubber.
Yeah, man.
You dropping $500 for a pair of sneakers that you can fuck up so quick, and they just ugly as fuck. Especially them spaceship shoes. You know what I'm saying? The spaceship shoes. My cousin got a pair, and I told him, "Yo, cuz, I love you to death. But those ugly ass sneakers you got on your feet, bro. It's just trash, bro. Trash."
But it's crazy. It's crazy, man. How many people will hit you up and be like, "Yo, you bugging?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's such a popular trend that people are just they're dazed out in that world, and they don't know the difference.
I think people are so mesmerized by that shoe that I think they forget it's a part of Adidas.
Yeah. Right.
In reality, it's like its own brand, bro.
It is like its own brand.
It is.
True.
It says Adidas on the bottom of the shoe. It's not saying Adidas all over. It's just material, and that's it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people copied that design though, or like all the sneakers now, or like even Nike, Adidas, fucking Reebok, all them shits. They copy in that same like format. It's
because they're trying to find ways to see if they can outbeat him or they can keep up with his level. Yeah. But
the composition, that's what you're really paying for, the composition of the sneaker, because Kanye is a beast. Like, a lot of people think that he's crazy, but when you're too smart, people don't understand you. They think you're crazy, but he's a genius. But guys, let's dive into the second section of our show, advertisement and advertising in general, right? That's what we was talking about getting into, Mr. Burns, regarding how influential an advertisement is to convince people to just purchase an item, like it's particularly in the sneaker industry.
I mean,
crazy.
I mean, it's very influential because how else would you get your product out there?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, look, man, there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of product. They have a lot of projects going on. And it all depends. It all depends on the person's eye, on how they catch it. You feel me? Yeah. You can advertise. I can advertise. I can advertise that I clean sneakers all day. You feel me? But does it mean people are gonna come directly to me? Nah. I gotta really put my back into that advertisement. I gotta make it pop. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put out some bullshit out there and be like, oh look, I do this.
Word.
Nah, nigga, you gotta put your whole motherfucking heart into this one. So when people look at this shit, they like, yo, this dude is the beast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to him. Forget about them. I'm gonna go to him. You feel me? So again, advertisement is very important, especially when you have other people who have, you know, a big platform.
Exactly. Absolutely. It's a very competitive field out there, particularly in social media. Like, what's gonna make somebody like stop paying attention to the other dude and pay attention to you? You know, that's I'm very big on. I'm very big on that, on marketing and coming up with new concepts to market a brand, particularly like in our sense, the brand of the podcast. Like I'm always like revolutionizing like the logo, trying to get digital, you know, like different versions of the digital logo and animation and voices over the logo, like all because you have to be in the sense you have to be
reinventing yourself all the time. Just
you have to be versatile. You have to be versatile in that sense because people are gonna get tired of seeing the same thing, and you have to catch your eye, especially in a modern day world where people are just not focused. They're gonna spend 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Watching your shit, keep it moving.
People get it goes well. That goes well with the music with the music industry. Yeah. Today, a nigga will come out today with the hottest song, right? And then tomorrow, people forget about him because another dude came out with another hot song. Right. You feel me? It's not like back in the day when we used to listen to music and when they used to advertise that whole album, we was listening to that whole album. You feel me? Now in the music industry, everybody's advertising one song.
Singles. Yep.
Yeah. Singles. That's all they're advertising, the singles. So again, how long you think this single is going to keep putting money in your pocket until another single comes out from another person?
Yeah. It's very hard to get longevity off of a single nowadays. It has to be a banging ass fucking song, bro.
Yeah, bro. It has to be some shit that's going to be. Yeah. Put it like this, bro. There's movies out there that be playing songs from the 80s still. You feel me? So imagine what they're asking. Imagine what they're paying these people just to play their music in the background.
Exactly.
You feel me? A lot of people ain't running to certain rappers and be like, yo, you mind if I use a song in the background? Niggas ain't doing that shit. You know what I mean? Because niggas is like, yo, that song was just last week.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
and it might just stay last week. It might not even pop up on the radios anymore.
Yeah. It's all about longevity, man. It's all about longevity. Like those guys like Billy Joel and those big, you know, like pop rock back in the days, they still getting paid off for shit they did in movies, bro. Like you said,
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
that song is like on every freaking by
who's this? Say again?
Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah, still like
yeah.
Michael Jackson fucking songs from the 80s.
Oh, look at that shit from the white girls. Look at that shit from the White Chicks movie. Make it.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you feel me? That shit is in every movie, so everybody already knows that song. Right. I don't give a fuck how gangster you are. You know that song.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
That's everybody's favorite scene in the movie.
Songs I've ever heard was a remix of that shit with the Blicky.
Yeah.
Yo, I was on the floor. He was like,
yeah.
Crazy, man.
No, but you see what I mean? Like shit like that, yo, that's good advertisement. Because think about it, nigga, you wasn't gonna listen to that song when it first came out because that shit wasn't in our genre. You feel me?
Exactly.
We wasn't trying to hear that shit, but now that we keep hearing it repeatedly, it's being advertised through different movies. And I'm pretty sure, again, like I said, that person's getting paid for that song. Right. Each time her song gets played in a different movie. Yep.
Exactly. And also crossing cultures and crossing platforms, because Terry Crews and the Marlon brothers, right? The Wayne brothers, right? They they're part of our culture, correct?
Yeah.
A song like that, if they have urban people like us watching that movie, it integrates two cultures, right? Correct?
Yeah.
That shit was advertisement right there.
Because it's crazy. Because look, last year on Instagram, I seen a skit. Not even a skit. Somebody was recording these two white dudes dressed as them doing the dancing where they were break dancing and shit.
Yeah,
so it's like they caught the attention of the hood, and then they caught the attention of not the hood. You feel me?
Exactly.
So now everybody knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's like there's certain movies out there that they play a lot of rap songs, and I'm pretty sure that people outside the urban neighborhoods don't know of, but they know of them now because they watch them in certain movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Beastie Boys. They got white people into hip hop.
Yeah, because their core of music was hip hop.
Yeah, exactly. But they got the Caucasian culture kind of integrated and slowly into the hip hop culture, because they were using hip hop lyrics, hip hop beats, but also mixed in with rock and electronic music. You know what I mean?
And they were also voicing their opinion a lot in their music, man.
Yeah, they was. And it's all about cross promotion, man. You gotta be able to cross over.
Yeah, you gotta be able to expand your horizons, man. You can't just sit there thinking that, oh shit, I'm just gonna be a rapper for all my life. Look at Lil Wayne, man. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z did that shit with Linkin Park, bro.
Yeah,
Linkin Park.
Yeah.
You feel me? He did a whole album with them, and that shit's so crazy in both worlds. You feel me?
Yeah, I could just imagine like the meeting, like the first initial encounter to brainstorm that idea, how that shit was. It must have been an epic meeting. Like, hey guys,
listen, whether it was marketing, like you said, whether it was marketing, that shit is the most genius. That's the most strategic plan that he came out with, bro.
Yeah.
You know what's that? You know what's that you a rapper all your life and you only have one genre of people. You're not gonna, I'm pretty sure he has somebody behind him like, yo, I think you should do this more. I think you should do this because this right here is gonna get their attention as well.
Yeah,
you feel me? And then if you fuck with them, they're gonna get the attention of the urban hood.
Yep.
Because I know plenty of dudes that bought that album.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It was fire.
It's not like the shit was whack. The shit was good though. The album was fire.
He just remade it into like a rock version, but I remember when Run DMC collaborated with Aerosmith.
They killed the game with that.
With hip hop. That was the actual first collaboration of hip hop mixed with rock and roll.
And that was like hard rock too, B.
Yeah, it was.
Hard rock.
Definitely it was.
And I think that I mean they definitely were the first ones to do it for sure on DMC. I think just the movement wasn't there yet. Like the movement wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? Like
when they did that, they were way too ahead of their time when they did that.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Yep. And
you feel me? Because at that era, hip hop was like freshly just starting in reality.
Yeah, they weren't getting played on MTV. They weren't play hip hop.
Yeah, they weren't. You know what I'm saying? So it was like at that time for you to really learn about these dudes, you really had to go to like block parties and shit to know about Run DMC because they were there performing. Or you had the other rappers out there, Grandmaster Flash, all those dudes out there performing in the street. And that's how you really knew about those dudes. They weren't until MTV came and was like, yo, let's put them on TV. But whether it was a gimmick for MTV to make money, guess what? We gained something out of that. We gained the hip hop culture.
Yep.
You feel me? So if it wasn't for Yo MTV Raps, a lot of artists wouldn't be really known because, again, a lot of artists at that time were dropping mixtapes or dropping tapes and selling them from the back of their trunks. They didn't really have no record companies that were really putting their music out there. If they were signed to record companies, they still had to put that work out there on their own.
Yep.
You feel me? And now it's like look at it now. The whole rap team has changed. Now you got a bunch of motherfuckers putting out your music out there.
Yep.
You feel me?
Changed a lot, man. It's changed a lot.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's it. Look, man, they took a simple task and turned it into $1 billion. I'm gonna say $1 billion a year, whatever the case they make in all these record companies, but I'm pretty sure it's probably more than that. But look how they took a simple idea of people putting words together on a beat, and they were like, you know what, let's capitalize off this shit.
And let's break it down to a simple 4 count, and that's what.
Yeah.
That was the DJ scratching,
Exactly.
Yeah,
You feel me? Because without the DJ, there was no MC.
Yeah. battles with each other. They would just,
Exactly.
be on a mic, freestyle, and go at each other. Then that shit just fucking house parties, and that shit just
Exactly, and it's crazy. 1520 Cedric Avenue was the game changer for the hip hop culture, man.
Yeah, it
You feel
was.
me? That's what DJ Herc and all these dudes was sitting there doing house parties and doing community parties and all that. They were bringing out the rappers to battle each other in front of people.
Right.
And the funny thing is, it wasn't rappers that weren't known. They were known.
You were known in the hood, yeah.
They were known, and some of them had tapes, and people were bumping them through the street. And again, they were known.
That was hood advertisement.
Yes, that was
Hood advertisement.
Exactly, hood advertisement.
And that's what I wanted to dive into, like how much influential we are, like people in the hood, like us, like guys that grew up and have had a stepping stone in our neighborhoods, that we advertise certain trends, certain brands, and certain things that we make it popular within our community. Right? There's a lot that happens a lot. Like
it does. It does. You know what's crazy? Yo, there's a lot of dudes in the hood right now that have clothing brands. They have their own record labels, and you just don't know it because people are so blinded with the mainstream shit.
Yeah.
That when these dudes come out, they be like, "Nah, I'm not wearing that shit."
Right.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Exactly.
People always screaming, "Oh, buy your own, your own brand and all that." But yeah, you could put that message out there, but it's not like everybody's gonna really pay attention to that message. They still gonna go buy the mainstream brands. They're not trying to hear this nigga's brand.
Yeah,
Right.
and that's the other thing is because a lot of people in the hood don't advertise the single entrepreneur person. They're advertising Gucci brands, Nike, Jordans, companies that don't give a fuck about you. They're not putting no money in your pocket unless you're doing resale of sneakers or whatever. But for the most part, you're advertising a brand that doesn't give a shit about you. That's just using you because you're a large consumer, and your people in your neighborhood are large consumers. Right?
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I want to bring up this one specific person, man. T.I. We all know the dude is educated. We all know it, man. But again, this dude, remember the situation with the Gucci sweater? Everybody was going crazy over the Gucci sweater because it had the red lips. All right. First of all, I'm pretty sure that when they dropped that sweater, there was an African American on that board team that said, "Yeah, go ahead, release that. It looks nice." You feel me? I'm pretty sure they probably was. And they probably said, "Yo, go ahead, release that. I like that sweater myself. I'll get it myself."
Yeah.
T.I. took it upon himself to start going and digging and finding like brands like Moncler, Maison Margiela, Gucci, Fendi, and he started finding little nicks and knacks talking about that. Oh, look, this is racist. This is racist, bro. The problem here is that you talk about represent your own brand and all this, but you got to remember it's you guys who started this shit. You rappers, you guys are influencers. You guys are influencers. When y'all sitting on the videos and talking about, oh, I wear this Gucci product, it's a big drip. Think about the message you're putting out there for everybody else. People are like, oh, so this is what the rappers are wearing?
Exactly. And people are gonna want to wear it.
Think about it before in the rap videos, before they started wearing all this high-end foreign shit. They were wearing brands like Inichi, Academics, Mecca, EMC Squares, Gino Green Globe, shit like that. They was even rocking Rockaware, Sean John, shit like that.
Their own shit, their own brands.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, they themselves phased out their own brand by wearing the next man's brand that they're not getting paid for.
Exactly. They were advertising the wrong shit.
But they come out and they start being hypocrites and start talking about, oh, do this and do that, but you're not even doing it yourself, bro. You're still doing music videos, still rocking Prada and all that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this much, man. The hip hop culture has a big stamp on making these companies big, bro. Gucci, D&G, Giorgio Armani, just
like no one knew about Versace until Biggie said it.
Versace, exactly. Nobody knew about that shit in reality, man.
Yeah.
Again, it took a big image to put it out there for people to actually start copying this image.
Right.
You feel me? People took their time out to be like, yo, you know what? Well, I'm gonna go grind and hustle for this, just so I can look like that.
Exactly. That's the problem. And the thing is that even the own rappers knowing how powerful their message is in their music. Because this is the reason why hip hop became the #1 genre. It wasn't because they were great musicians. Because let's be real,
It's because people were mimicking them.
rock and roll stars are better at music. As far as like playing instruments, but they didn't have the message. The message that a hip hop artist releases is so influential. It's poetic. It's like if a prophet was talking to you. It's like if Jesus was talking to you through the speaker. That's the reason why hip hop became such a big genre, because they seen how influential it was, to the point where we kind of like didn't understand how powerful the message was, and we let these rappers tell us what brands to wear.
Yep.
What cars to drive. What cars to drive. Like, nigga, you pull up in a Prius in the hood, you look stupid pussy. You know what I mean? Like, that's how
nigga,
you pull up
got a Mercedes Benz in the projects. That makes sense,
right?
Nigga, you pull up in a smart car. You pull up in a smart car.
pussy.
What's wrong with you? You got a Range Rover.
You be like, yo, that nigga now got a Prius, that nigga pussy. Like, I'm trying to save gas, bro.
That's like a nigga hopping out with all this Gucci shit on from a smart car. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing?
Yo, I have a story, bro. When I went to go get my first car, right, and I was talking to the dealer, he was like, "Yo, I've had people walk in here with $900 trying to buy a Benz.
What?
$900
for a down payment.
For a down payment on a Benz, and then the payment itself is like astronomical if you come with that kind of cash.
Yeah.
So the dudes will look at them like, and they work at McDonald's making like probably like $13 an hour at the time. It was like, okay, so how you gonna afford to pay this note? Like, how you gonna afford to pay this note? But because you want to look fly and you want to look fly for the chicks, you know, you in there with I laugh like super hard. I'm like, why if I can't afford to fucking buy a Benz, why am I'm not to impress who? And that's how
true.
You know, that's when
I think many of us are caught up of trying to live that other life or trying to be part of that, 1%. You know what I'm saying? That's why we try to glorify having these luxury cars and glorifying all these foreign clothes that actually are not made for us to wear. Like
Tommy Hilfiger said he didn't want nobody wearing his shit. Remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, most of those clothes, if you think about it, I mean, you have to buy like an extra size bigger to fit you, or two sometimes, because they're not meant for you. They're meant for like skinny European men. You know what I mean? It is.
Yo, for real. If you ever tried to go fit shirts in Hollister, like that's just like a medium is like for a dude that's like 100 pounds.
Yeah, yo, you know what's crazy? My brother.
Y'all gotta wear like a 5X.
Sean?
Yeah. My brother's taller than me. He's bigger than me. Yeah. And this nigga had bought a Hollister sweater one time. And this nigga pulled that shit
you better be watching this, bro.
This nigga pulled this shit out, put this shit on. I was like, nigga, is you rocking tapered sweats on your chest?
Can he breathe? Can he breathe in that shit?
Yo, listen, man. My brother made himself wear that shit. He squeezed in that shit, nigga. He wore that shit perfectly fine.
Bro.
Yo, it's funny because Sean is an innovator, because now taper sweats are popping, my nigga. He innovated that shit in the hood. In the hood, that's all you see. These niggas with taper sweats.
Wow.
I got a pair of taper sweats. Bro. And I'm a fat nigga. I got a pair of taper sweats.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? That's every sweatsuit now. Every sweatsuit is tapered now.
Oh my god.
But listen, man, as long as you ain't wearing some shit that you gotta peel off when you go home, you good.
Yo, bro, I be seeing some dudes that be walking in the street, they can barely move their legs because they pants so tight. Like how do you get off waking up in the morning? Like, yo, I can't even breathe sometimes.
Nah, this is the best one though.
Wow.
This is the best one though. The dudes that buy the pants their size and they still pull them down.
Oh my god!
And they still have a belt on. They still have a belt on.
Have a belt and all that.
How the fuck you supposed to run away from the cops, bro? If they come after you, you can't run with them shits.
That man.
Nigga, fuck that, nigga. Let's get hood. Let's get hood right now. Let's get hood right now, nigga. How you gonna run away from the man shooting at you? And your pants are like that tight and low.
They holding their belt while they skip.
Yeah, they holding it like this.
Like they freaking kneecaps ain't
like this, trying to run and shit.
You know?
I know.
They go like that.
No, but yo, this shit is so funny, bro. But back to how like remember earlier when Andy was saying how rappers are influencers, right? Just think about how many things just in general, not only with rappers, just in general with advertisement, but particularly us because we look up to these rappers, like, because that's what we listen to. That's part of our culture. That there's things that we use on a day-to-day basis just because this rapper said to do it. Just because this rapper rocks it in this video, like you said, or he's constantly talking about it in his rap lyrics. It makes people want to use it and use that product.
That's like when rappers talk about smoking bud, right?
Yeah.
You got these little dumb niggas out here just smoking bud because a rapper said it. So they sitting there taking pictures for the gram and all kinds of shit. You feel me? But then you got real potheads who actually they listen to that music, but they smoke because they enjoy it. It makes them feel good. These little niggas are sitting there taking pictures of the blunt while the shit is burning the fuck out. Nigga, come on. Let's just stop all this bullshit fantasy shit. My nigga, look, Instagram is the best platform to advertise anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whether you want to advertise your business or if you want to advertise a fake life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, how many dudes we don't know that be sitting there floors? Yo, my man, let me hold your money real fast. They'll hold their man's money. They'll put on their man's chain. They watch. Tu estás loco. You're not on my level.
They flash that rent money. That's their rent money for the
Andy,
money.
we know.
You know what I'm saying?
Andy, we know a couple of cats
fans,
that
they got
do that
money.
shit right now.
Yo, listen, man. There's a couple cats that me and you grew up with that do that shit, man.
I'm like, nigga, I know you ain't got that, boy. Stop it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, cut that shit out, man. You
That's that rent money.
That's for the gram.
One thing I will say about the heist though, there's a lot of niggas that do got it though.
Yeah,
for that. But there's a lot of niggas looking at the other niggas that got it, trying to like.
And that's what I wanted to get to. Like, look, right now, besides the hustle game, you know, that's always been in our blood. That's always been in the hood. That's a forever chapter that will always continue to be written by different hustlers as we get older and they start doing their shit. You feel me? But let's talk about the real advertisers, the Onizis. You feel me? Let's talk about the Onizis. Let's talk about my man JR. Let's talk about my man NYC Best Raffles. These were dudes that came in and they started fucking with the kit, with the sneaker game. You feel me? And they built something out of it. Look at Onizi. He built his own brand off of what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And he started his own shit, Ambassador Society.
Yeah.
And he started. He got his own store and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So then, look how he advertised that. And a few days later, I hit him up and asked him how you go about the LLC and all this extra shit. Yeah. And it didn't take him no more than a minute to hit me back and tell me, "Yo, this is how you do it. This is where you're gonna go, and this is how you're gonna go about it."
Yeah.
You feel me? And then at the end, I got him advertising. I don't got him advertising. And the funny thing is, he advertises my work every time. Every time he gets a chance, he advertises it easy because he has that platform.
Exactly.
You feel me? I got other dudes that advertise my shit. You feel me? Yeah. I know this dude from VA. The dude is biggest sneaker collector. His sneaker game is crazy. And he always advertises because he has his own YouTube channel. He sells sneakers, and I'm talking about he always has sneakers before they come out. And these are the type of dudes that you're supposed to connect with.
Yes.
You feel me? You can't connect with a nigga that just started getting on Instagram and only got like 5 posts and 10 people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You feel me? I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds like some opportunist shit, but you really gotta really think about it, bro.
Yeah, it is. You're right. And I definitely
it's like 50 Cent. It's like 50 Cent with the G Unit. 50 Cent had to come out first, right?
And then bring in Lloyd Banks and them dudes, yeah.
Yeah, he had to get good. Then he got his niggas good. You feel me?
Exactly. But that's
everything after that was on them.
But once, and I definitely get where you're coming from. Once we become good, we're supposed to advertise our people.
Exactly.
Each other, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I blow up, I'm like, yo, my dude Andy, man, the shoe doctor, whatever, blah blah. Same thing how Neezy did. Neezy didn't have to do that. But Neezy's a real dude. He's from the hood. He's from the block, from your block. You know what I'm saying? He's a brother to you. And he decided to pass on that information to teach you how to make the shit happen, right? That's where the problem lies at. We don't advertise each other, and we also don't share information. A lot of people don't share information because this dude's in the hood making bank off of legit stuff, but they don't teach the next dude how to do it.
That's the problem, and there's a lot of dudes out there that you try to ask them for advice, they'll charge you for that shit.
Yeah, that us.
Like, no, you got to pay me $400 for me to teach you that.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
they call it.
You're not helping the cause. You know what I'm saying? So again, you always got whatever jewel you have, you got to make sure that you drop it on the next person.
You do.
You feel me? Because how people are gonna check it out. When we was growing up, man, we had OGs in the hood, and every time as little kids, when we doing dumb shit, you always had that one OG that'll come up to you and say, "Yo, ¿qué lo que tú estás haciendo?" You feel me? You're not supposed to do it like that. You feel me? Yeah. But now look at all the young kids now. They're out there going crazy. They're doing whatever the fuck they want because they don't have that. They don't have that. They don't have those OGs telling them like, "Yo, this is what it is." And the crazy part is our era that's the OGs now.
Exactly. So we got to get better. Our generation has to get better. Stop. To stop. First of all, we have to stop competing with the younger.
Yeah,
guys. We have to.
That's
stop
the problem.
Because we're in a different, we have a different mentality. We have to look at it like, remember when I was coming up, there was an OG that helped me out? Let me do it for these young cats. Let me do it for my peers as well. Because if you don't do it with your peers first, which are the people who grew up around you, how are you gonna do it with somebody that's not from your generation? So we have to definitely do that. We have to. Our generation is lacking on that. They slacking on that. They are, because we're still competing. We're competing with these young cats, man. That's what we're doing. I see that. I see 40-year-old dudes competing with dudes that are 25.
You know what's the problem though? It's because the 40-year-old dudes look better than the 25-year-olds. That's why.
And that's the problem. That we look better than them. That's real talk.
That's what I'm saying. Like I look young. I look the same as you. I can get better than you. You ain't nothing, young motherfucker. That's how.
Exactly.
Before, when the OGs with your age, when you was that age, they looked their age. OGs now don't look that age. They look the same age as the 25-year-olds. Even the 25-year-olds look older.
The 25-year-olds are looking like they washed up.
Dude, me, Andy, and John Tavar were the same age. We don't look like we're in our late 30s, bro. We don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of people when they ask me my age and when I'm telling them my age, they be like, "What?" Yeah, nigga, I gotta show you ID.
We was eating grandma's habichuelas every day, man. And we were eating good food,
but back to the
GMOs, they fucking them up. The GMOs is fucking them up.
Yeah,
it's true. Back to the advertising thing. So it's like I was saying, look at O'Neal. O'Neal's always putting on my work now. Now I got my little brother involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? So now my little brother, he's eager. He's eager to learn this shit. You feel me? He puts his little footwork in there by advertising my shit. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. He probably, he advertises my shit. But again, like I said, he's eager. He wants to know how it's been, how you gotta clean, or how you gotta do this, or how you gotta do that. When you have a person like that that's eager on your team, that's the type of person that you're supposed to keep on your team, because that person is gonna be so eager that they're gonna advertise your shit regardless.
Right.
Exactly. Ambition.
Because they know it as well.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel me?
You have to have that ambitious nature in you, bro. You have to have it.
That's the problem too. A lot of people ain't ambitious, man. A lot of people try shit and they just be like, "Nah, I'm not fucking with this shit. This shit is too much."
They give up too easily, and I think because they just don't really have that much faith in themselves, though. They don't really believe it.
Some people don't really believe in their process. That they really don't believe in their product, man. And that's the crazy part. That's the fucked up part. Because if you're gonna start something, if you feel like it's gonna fuck up, you know what? Go forward. Go forward. Maybe you might go over that hump. And it might just get better for you. But you can't just stop at that bump and be like, "I'm gonna turn back because that shit is too high for me to climb over." You feel me?
They say that the most successful people in the world have failed a couple of times before they found their niche.
Bro, you have to fail, my nigga. You have to fail a couple of times. You have to fall a couple of times before you can get back up and say, "Yo, I'm good." I got
100.
this.
100. I believe that 100%.
Yo, you know how many times I've fallen, bro? I've fallen so many times on my face, man. This shit is crazy, man. Like, I don't speak on shit like this, but like I said, I don't have nothing for nobody, bro. But I felt hard, bro. You know, I went to jail. I learned my lesson from that dumb shit. But before that, I was getting locked up for something we here, something we did, and I was just doing dumb shit, man. And again, even when I try to do the good, so there was always something there to make me fall. You feel me? But this time I actually got up and was like, nah, bro, you're getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah, man, you're right.
I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I got kids to worry about. You feel me?
Yeah, man, you're right. And then those experiences are what makes you who you are today, bro. You know, I mean, not everybody's born with a with a silver spoon, bro, or a gold spoon, whatever. We have to go. Particularly us, from where we come from, we have to learn by experiences because that's the only way that we get better as an individual, man. But for sure,
I mean, let me tell you something. I don't regret falling, though.
No, hell no, you can't.
I'll tell you that much. I don't regret falling because if I didn't fall, I wouldn't learn. I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing right now.
You can't have no regrets, because who you are today is because of those experiences. You can never regret that. I went through the same shit, Andy. You know, in the hood, did 5 joints, got caught up a few times more. Oneezy too is another person, and look what he's got now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it always takes my nigga. Whether you could be doing good at one point in your life, but you always got to remember, there's always people that always feel like they can't fall.
Yeah.
You feel me? And the fucked up part is that when those people fall, they fall hard, they don't want to get back up because they feel like, fuck that, I'm giving up on this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Me, whenever point in time in my life, whatever I was doing good or whenever I was doing good, I always knew in the back of my mind, it doesn't last.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're right.
It doesn't last.
Yeah.
It's not longevity unless you find something that you can make longevity that's going to be good and you're going to progress in the proper way. But before that, it's just like, nigga, you got to do something. You got to try.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
You got to try, man. Once that alarm rings in the morning time, and you hit it at stop, and you go back to bed, how the fuck you expect to make money or do anything or progress? Because you went back to bed, nigga. You should have got up when that alarm rang.
Yep, absolutely. You got to
You know
get
what I'm saying? You sleep in late, you lose weight, brother.
The early bird gets the worm, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a fair question.
Like Oneezy says, we're not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time.
Remember that Diddy song in the 90s? Ain't nobody gonna hold me back.
Yeah.
You
know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep on moving.
Yeah, that's true though, man. And I mean, you know, again though, I think us, as you know, like you guys was talking about earlier, we definitely have so much power, but we don't really see it.
Yeah.
How we've been, you know, taught certain ways where we're not supposed to be on that level of success. You know, but we have so much power, and especially when we actually work together and stop acting so as if we're in competition, trying to be better than the next person. And the ego definitely plays the biggest role out of all, you know. Yep. And I mean, the hood, man, listen, we definitely dictate what's hot, what's not. We have so much power. Like,
we're the biggest critics. We're the biggest critics, man. We're the biggest critics. The hood is the biggest critics.
Absolutely, I agree. I definitely.
You know, in part, that has to do a lot with other cultures that are not like us. They find this interesting how we come from poverty and we're able to make it out. You know what I'm saying? So they want to look in like a white guy, like, how the hell did this fucking guy grew up in a fucking poverty neighborhood and he fucking made it? Like, they look at you like that, like they find us interesting. So that's why they so like in tune with our culture.
They're so astonished by the way we move where they're at.
Yeah, they're like, wow, how did this guy just make it out? How does he own a restaurant and a dealership? What the fuck? You know what I mean?
And that's the fucked up part. Yo, let me tell you that's so fucked up right there, because that's real talk right there. Because people outside of urban neighborhoods are so programmed to look at us and be like, yo, these people are supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These people are supposed to do this shit. Why the fuck are they expanding their horizons and making it to where they want to make it? Why? How the fuck is this even possible? You feel me? And that's the fucked up part, yo, that people really look like yo, you're supposed to be in the hood. You ain't supposed to be down here.
And that right there is what's supposed to make us stronger to want to get out, so we could prove the motherfuckers wrong.
Yep. Yep.
Because adversity is a gem, bro. That shit is a gem. Adversity, if you really think about it, adversity is a gem. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta just jump in there and then look before you leap. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yo, you know what's crazy, man? I'm gonna put you on some shit. Like, you know, we were speaking about that. I got friends in Jersey, bro. I got friends in Jersey. And because I did my time out there and I got arrested out there, bro, I don't go out there. It's hard for me to go, and I feel so fucked up because these are friends that come and, you know, they come and see me, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they want me to, you know, they're not bad people. It's just, I just can't go out there. It's just hard for me to go out there because I'm so panicked. You feel me? Although I'm not doing nothing crazy, it's just the experience.
I know, it's experience. Yeah.
Yo, bro, we all know how Jersey get down, bro. Especially those cops out there, man. They're very racist. They profile you the minute they stop you.
Yeah, you're right.
It's crazy, man.
I mean, but eventually, man, you know, once the shoe doctor stuff blows up, but you're not gonna think about it twice about going to Jersey.
Oh, nah, listen, man.
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm the shoe doctor. I don't do that no more.
Listen, man. I'm gonna break something down to you, man. What I'm doing is it has taken off so much.
Yeah.
Like, I got a handful of people that come and see me and bring me their sneakers. And it's not like, I don't say this. This is the fuck. I feel like I'll be fucked up with this part when I be talking on the gram and shit. But I'm gonna just let people know now that we're live and shit. When I have sneakers in the crib, I don't want people to feel like when I'm snatching their sneakers, I just have theirs. You feel me? There's people that do what I do, but they only do it as a side hustle. I actually do this because I want to take this somewhere. You feel me? So, bro, I can honestly say I probably got like 45 pairs of sneakers in my crib that I have to do.
Shit.
You feel me? So people don't realize like, yo, this is this man's business. This man he's not dealing with just one person. He's dealing with a lot of people.
But basically,
man,
stop harassing
and it's just me by myself, man. It's just me by myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just me by myself.
Basically, stop harassing Andy. If you gave Andy a pair of sneakers 2 days ago, don't call him in 3 days. Wait 2 weeks.
You know what I'm saying? Don't call me in
2
weeks, man. You know, give me time. Let me call you. Let me tell you, yo, they're done. Let me send you some pictures and be like, yo, remember this? Look at it now.
Andy, I gave you those kicks like about 2.5 weeks ago. Did I ever text you or call you to ask you?
Nah.
I knew.
No.
I know. I was like, yo, Andy's busy. He got a whole bunch of kicks he's probably doing. I knew it because I know an entrepreneur when I see one. And I was like, yo, he probably has a whole bunch of shit he's doing. I'm not even going to bother this man. That's a hard fucking job to begin with. My shit was a project. Imagine how many other projects he got. I'm going to let him wait. I'm going to wait it out until he hits me up. And look,
yo, bro, listen. Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know this, man, but I be having sneakers, man, that people bring me that they had stored for like 10 years, that they didn't they never cleaned them shit, so the dirt is stuck. I gotta let them shit sit in a degreaser, nigga, just so the dirt can get the fuck off, my nigga. Man. You feel me? And sometimes me cleaning that bottom before I even get to do what I have to do to get it back to white or to clear it up, it'll take me like 3 or 4 days to remove that fucking dirt.
Shit.
So when people are sitting there hitting me up, oh, but where's my sneakers? I'm like, listen, man, it's either you can take your sneaker like this or you can let me do my thing.
Word, for sure.
It's like, and you know, people think I've been doing this shit like overnight. Yo, bro, let me ask you something. If you go to a person right now and you take a picture of your mom and you go, listen, can you paint this picture for me? I want to put it in my house. You really think, do you feel like this man is going to do that painting in one night? Hell no.
No. I gotta be realistic. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Dude got to sketch the picture out first. Then he got to figure out what paints to use, how to fade in, how to shade, how to shadow, shit like that, man. You feel me? So
something that has a sentimental value as your mother's
exactly. So think about it like that. I'm an artist. I got to figure out how to shade, how to make shit look brand new. You know what I'm saying? Because you're bringing me your sneaker and you're asking me, yo, can you revive these? And I'm talking about, can you bring them back to life? Yeah. But I'm going to take my time with your sneaker because when I take my time with your sneaker, guess what I'm doing? I'm picturing the sneaker as if it was mine.
Exactly. Absolutely.
You feel me? So if I know how I want my sneaker to shine, I'm going to make your sneaker shine just as bright as mine.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We're gonna advertise. This is what we're gonna advertise. Stop harassing my boy Andy, bro. Don't harass the shoe doctor. Let him do his thing, man.
Shoe doctor.
That's what I'm gonna
But at
advertise.
the same time, no, hold on, wait, time out, man. Time out. I don't want to get nobody mad, man. Listen. But at the same time, though, that shit is motivating, bro.
It is, bro. It is motivating. It is.
That shit is motivating because I see it like this. The reason why they rush me so much is because, again, like I told you earlier, they see the work. They see the work that I post up. They get so anxious. It's like a little kid that wants a Sega Genesis. Remember when we was little, we wanted the Sega Genesis, and we were so thirsty to get it. Our stomach, we had the butterflies in there. That's how they are with their sneakers because they gave me a sneaker that was fucked up, and they figured, you know, if he can't bring them back to life, I'm gonna just throw them out. But then when I bring the sneaker and I open up that box, they're like, nah, wait a minute, you bought this back for me?
Yo,
did you buy these for me, or did you really clean these? Nah, bro. I cleaned
like
them.
a baby in the candy store. They can't wait to get their hands on them. I can't wait
Look
to
at
wear
Tommy.
them. I can't wait to wear them. I can't wait to wear them.
Jordans, bro.
Look at Tommy. Look at Tommy. Tommy brought me his sneakers, my nigga. And every time I gave him his sneakers, back his sneakers, Tommy was like, yo, OG. I love Tommy because every time he brings me his sneakers and I give him back,
Ginger
he
Tommy?
gets, huh?
Ginger Tommy?
Yeah.
Haven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I did a couple of joints for him, like I said. Every time I gave him back his sneakers, that shit brought me joy because he was like a little kid. He opens up that box and he's like, oh shit, OG, these shit is crazy.
You know, Tommy got that epic face. He'd be like, yo.
He actually shows you when he's amazed.
Yeah,
his face says it all.
Happy. You can tell when he's happy for sure, and when he's vice versa when he's mad too. But listen, man, Andy, man, it's a pleasure having you at Dinner at the Round Table podcast, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And definitely exposing your craft and showing the world how much of an art form revitalizing shoes and sneakers are, bro. Like a lot of people are not aware the hard work that goes into it. And we definitely appreciate you for that, man. You definitely got
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
a gem in your hand. You definitely got a gem in your hand. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm definitely gonna continue to support you. We're gonna keep on pushing the word out that you got these, you got your business going on with the, revitalizing sneakers and shoes. And yeah, man, I'm proud that you got that stuff going for yourself, brother. For sure. Man. I'm gonna go pick my joints off after the podcast, man. You in the
hood? Yeah, I definitely could give it to you.
I'm gonna see you like in half an hour. I did ask, yo, but but you
already know, man. Thank you so much for having me on, man. To everybody, I already know, Mr. Burns, the shoe doctor, man. Feel free to hit me up if you need some cleaning done. Send me pictures through my DM. I'll check it out. If I could do it, I'll let you know if I can. If I can't, you already know.
And the Instagram is Mr.
Yeah, it's Mr. Burns the shoe the doctor.
THA.
Yeah, THA.
Okay, so there you go. So I'll just repeat it one more time, Andy, so you can get it, the listeners and the viewers.
It's Mr. Burns. It's Mr. Burns the THA the shoe doctor.
Yeah, you have it, man. You want to bring those kicks back to life? This is your man right here. I put my money on it. The best in the game for me, because I know you personally. You're the best in the game for me. I don't care about what the guys in Virginia and Texas are doing. I care about my dude in the hood that I knew, that I know growing up, for sure. Yeah, but Andy, and in the podcast, in this Dinner at the Round Table, we have a final thought that we give out to the listeners and the viewers. So your final thought, based on advertisement and advertising, and also based on your craft, can you give our listeners and our viewers a final thought?
Yo, listen, man. If you doing something that you love and you feel like this is gonna take you somewhere, go for it. Don't hold back. Fuck it. If you're gonna fall doing it, do it. Just try to get back up and just keep going forward. And always remember, your work and your process is your best advertisement ever, man.
Yep. Wow, that's great. That's a great final thought. It's probably one of the best ones I heard. For sure, man. For sure. Chris Ryder, John Tavar?
So you wanna go?
And Mr. Burns, you definitely, inspired my final thought. It's like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. You gotta do it right. And for me, my biggest pet peeve, and like I get so angry. It's like, you know, even though these guys that make fun of me on this podcast that I'm a butcher, I take pride in my work.
You meat slicer, you.
You know, because if I'm gonna charge somebody a lot of fucking money, you know, I want to make sure that when they go home and they present their food to their family, that shit is like, damn, that shit's fire. Like, this, you know, that shit is a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
Going doing these dinner parties for these rich people, like they show off, you know.
No, but you know, let me tell you something, man. I've always learned a lot of people give up doing shit because they feel like it makes way too little money or whatever. The job is not for them, whatever the case may be. But listen, man, if you a dishwasher, man, you better be the best fucking dishwasher you can be, man. If you a panhandler, nigga, try to be the best panhandler in the motherfucking world, man. That's how I see it, man.
Tony Montana said, "Ain't no fucking dishwasher, okay?"
You know what I'm saying? There's no progression and nothing until you try. You feel me? If you don't try it, then how you expect to progress in anything that you're doing?
Yeah, and then when you try, you know, you do the best that you can because your work will reflect on it. If
Yeah,
you're not
don't give your minimum. Don't give the minimum. Give
it all. And
Give it all.
And that to me is like one of the things that I get so upset at is like when I see somebody like not take pride in their work and they just bullshit. I can't stand that shit. You know, we had a really good friend of mine that was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. He was a perfect example of somebody who was enthusiastic, wanted to learn, who wanted to be the best at his craft, and now he's becoming successful because he took the time to get good. You fell in love with cleaning sneakers, and you stumbled onto a hobby, and then you ended up making it a career or a job or a business because you wanted to save money for yourself. You wanted to keep kicks that made you feel good inside when you bought them, and then you discovered that it was a great, you know, business move and a great hobby for you, and you enjoyed it, but now you wanted to become the greatest that you could at doing it, and then now you're successful at it. And I think people don't understand that if things take time, it's not something that's people want it right away. You know, people, you know, sometimes you're not a Pop Smoke that's one single and he's popping.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes years. Or, you know, you're like, or Ray Loves You, who, you know, got popping now after years. He had that one track that made him pop fire. Shout out to Ray Loves You. But he took the time out, you know, and he kept going at it. Even when it wasn't popping for him, he kept going and going and going and going. People have to understand that sometimes it's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes it's not going to be right then and there. But if you're going to do something, you make a decision, you put your all in it. You make the product the greatest. You put your love in. As long as you try and you give it everything you had, you are gonna be successful because people see the love in what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That you yourself, you're the best advertiser. You know what you want to put out there. You know what I mean? Like you know exactly like how is it gonna go down because you're the one that created this shit. You feel me?
And that's just my final thought, man. It's just, you know, we've given people countless examples on the show of people who, you know, were at the bottom, man, who ain't have a pot to piss in, who had to fight and claw and, you know, and whatever, and they stuck with it. And, you know, this is examples. This is the podcast is for us to make people understand that it don't matter where you from. It don't matter that you grew up in the projects. Don't matter that you grew up in the hood. It don't matter that your mom's was fucked up or your dad was fucked up or you ain't had that family home. You are your own worst enemy, man. And you have to do for you. Do for you. It's you. You control your life, nobody else.
Yeah, you can't sit there. You can't blame people for your fuck ups. You got to blame yourself for your fuck ups. At the end of the day, you're the one fucking up. They're not there when you're fucking up.
So that's it for me, man.
You're ready.
All
right, so let's just quickly wrap this up then. I mean, you know, for me, I'm a prime example of a walking advertisement. You know, I always rock my own brand.
Exactly.
I'm rocking my sweater. You know what I'm saying? And people always see that. People always tell me, like, man, you always rocking your stuff, bro.
That's how you're supposed to do it. If you're going to come out with a brand, what the fuck you going to have it just sitting there having other people rock it? Who ain't going to rock it, you rock it yourself.
Right. Absolutely. 1,000%. And just kind of just make it short and simple. What I always tell people, listen, don't do something because it's going to make you a lot of money. Do something because it's going to make you happy.
Yep. Do it because you love it.
Exactly.
You love it, man.
That's all it is, man. Just do something that makes you happy. And you know what I'm saying? It will never feel like you got to work any day. I mean, a day in your life, because you're doing something that you truly love and it makes you happy. So that's my advice.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Listen, man, your passion is gonna speak for itself. Nothing is impossible. The word itself spells out I'm possible. So everything is possible, because impossible spells out I'm possible. So just believe in your passion and your craft, believe in your passion, let the process work for itself. You already know, Then at the Roundtable Podcast, Mr. Burns, the shoe doctor, Andy, my personal favorite. You already know, brother. I'm gonna come see you. I want those Jordans, man. I want to go.
I got you.
I want to wear them. I want to wear them.
No, before we go, because each one of these podcasts, do you sit in the room before you come on the podcast? Because this is like the last like month or so. You have like these beautiful, perfect like
quotes,
sayings, and like proverbs. You know what we start calling it? We're gonna call it the Proverbs of Nelson.
The Proverbs of Nelson. You never thought about that, though? You never thought about that?
You know what I'm saying? Like he becoming like Jay. You don't know this? Like
he has his own little haikus.
It's his haikus. We'll call it the Nelson. The Nelly Coos. You know, we'll call it the Nelson,
right? Nothing is impossible, because the word itself, if you spell it out, it's called I'm possible.
There you go. Look at that. You're not mind blown right now. It's like,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? When I was locked up, man, I came out with this shit. So I took the word peace, right? And what I got out of the word peace was positive energy activates constant elevation.
Oof. Look at that. Another haiku, another gem. The Talented Podcast.
Yo, man, on the low, man, we're walking little prophets, man. You never know, bro. We got that, we got that OG thing in us, bro. You already know. But listen, man, thanks for coming on the show, man. Tune in every Monday at 7:30 YouTube. You already know, Andy, man. Thanks for coming in and showing your sharing your knowledge with us and with our listeners and our viewers. You already know, Then at the Roundtable Podcast. We out this piece, man.
John Tribu. Sí. Lomina. Yo sí vengo de Lomina. El trabajo de un lominero siempre está parado en la esquina. A él no le importa lo que nadie piense, no le importa lo que nadie opina. Te vira por lo de él, no coge esa. Y por su dinero te asesina en la esquina, en la esquina, en la esquina, en la esquina. La vaina se vende en la esquina. Tengo que buscarme dinero, porque yo vengo de Lomina. Estoy claro que tú eres un cuero barato, aunque a mí tu chapa me fascina. Yo me mantengo dándole a la olla, por eso no salgo de la cocina. Uno no es de mentira, uno es de verdad, mi pana. Esto es por respeto a los lomineros. John Tribu, Haze Fan, la gente de la H, dice: no son de nada, en los mineros nunca atrás. Del material yo voy a comprar, en paz descanse Monkey Black. Yo te me tiro como el servicio secreto y no te hablo de Men in Black. Ese palomo no está fuerte y si pa' él me pongo me le cuenta hablar. ¿Quiénes son ellos? Yo no lo conozco. Yo no hago coro con guare tampoco. Soy de los tiempos de Prieto y Taoco. Por la nariz pana yo no me toco. Es con la hierba que me pongo loco. Soy el mejor de todos, no me equivoco. No es de mentira, somos de verdad. Tigres como uno ya queda muy poco. Lomina. Yo sí vengo de Lomina. El trabajo de un lominero siempre está parado en la esquina. A él no le importa lo que nadie piense, no le importa lo que nadie opina. Te vira por lo de él, no coge esa. Y por su dinero te asesina en la esquina, en la esquina, en la esquina, en la esquina. La vaina se vende en la esquina. Tengo que buscarme dinero, porque yo vengo de Lomina. Estoy claro que tú eres un cuero barato, aunque a mí tu chapa me fascina. Yo me mantengo dándole a la olla, por eso no salgo a la cocina. Su payola, los verdaderos lomineros. Louis V. Flow, lominero. Lomina, Dubai en la casa. No bulto, mío, el piña. Estamos pa' esto, ya mangamos el rey. Fumamos kush con polvo hey. Lo que tú fumas tiene spray. La cadena tuya son fake. Llegale a los códigos, los mineros. Mi pana never be afraid. Me sigue tentando el 3-6. Eso es all day and every day. Sigo yo en esto entregado. Tengo lo mío calculado. Después que me busque la moña, no guarda en el punto parado. Tu bolsillo al tope y si tú llegas el bloque lo minas, te bajo los piaos. No estoy en sofoque y esto yo lo hago para los que están encarcelados. Por eso les digo, Lomina. Yo sí vengo de los minas. El trabajo de los mineros siempre está parado en la esquina. A él no le importa lo que nadie piense, no le importa lo que nadie opina. Te vira por lo de él, no coge esa. Y por su dinero te asesina en la esquina, en la esquina, en la esquina, en la esquina. La vaina se vende en la esquina. Tengo que buscarme dinero, porque yo vengo de los minas. Estoy claro que tú eres un cuero barato, aunque a mí tu chapa me fascina. Yo me mantengo dándole a la olla, por eso no salgo a la